Hi, it's the 4th of February, 2022, and we have actually a ton of news today, as well as a lot of different financial reports here. Activision Blizzard, Nintendo, Square Enix, and then, of course, GTA 6. Maybe you've heard of it. Let's go ahead and get started with the news. We'll start with Activision Blizzard's earnings call. Not too much going on here. Activision Blizzard did report a revenue of $8.8 billion today, up about 10% year over year. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the effects of COVID-19 and everyone staying inside over the past year as spending's up across the industry. Call of Duty Vanguard saw premium sales lower than last year's release. However, Call of Duty Mobile exceeded $1 billion during 2021. I'm sure that game continuing to make a shit ton of money for them. And what else do we have? Diablo 2 Resurrected. It's the fastest selling Activision Blizzard remaster ever. Infinity Ward is apparently making the, quote, most ambitious Call of Duty in franchise history, coming up later this year. And at present, Blizzard is currently working on a new Warcraft mobile game. Whatever that means. Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2, obviously still trucking ahead. And then there was that new IP, the unannounced survival game that was recently announced, 2 weeks ago? Something like that. Still doing well. There was no comment or anything from Bobby Kotick on whether he will unionize the company before the acquisition goes through, to no one's surprise. And they also used financial results this time around instead of an earnings call. Of course, because of the Microsoft acquisition that is currently happening and will be happening throughout 2022. Moving along to Nintendo. Nintendo's doing great. They're doing fantastic. Year over year, they're up about 10% in revenue. It was the best quarter ever during the Switch generation. Second best ever of all time, I think. Of course, the OLED had a giant boost in sales, as well as software sales, and digital content and subscriptions were up 31% year over year. A couple bit of numbers. The Switch has surpassed the Wii and the PS1 after 58 months of the market in total sales. It's selling faster than the Wii, PS4, and PS2 when launch has been when aligned with the launches of all those. And one investor asked about Nintendo's idea regarding the metaverse and NFTs, and the response is a quick translation from Nintendo that says, "Metaverse is attracting the attention of many companies around the world, and we believe that it has great potential. In addition, when the metaverse is introduced in the media, software such as Animal Crossing is sometimes cited as an example. And in this sense, we are interested in this technology. On the other hand, it's difficult to define what kind of surprises and fun can be provided to customers by the metaverse. As a company that offers entertainment, we place the utmost importance on how to deliver fresh surprises and fun to our customers. If we can find a way to communicate our Nintendo approach to many people in an easy to understand manner, we may be able, I was about to announce a new Nintendo console. We may be able to consider something, but we do not believe that this is the case at present." They also stated that they will not follow rivals in cutting big acquisitions, with the quote says, "Our brand was built upon products crafted with dedication by our employees, and having a large number of people who don't possess Nintendo DNA in our group would not be a plus," according to the president of Nintendo. Square Enix, the last of the big earnings call. They remained profitable despite Marvel's Avengers existing. Revenue is up 17.8%. However, the operating income is down. Operating income is down 18.3%. This was heavily helped by the digital entertainment revenue and operating income year over year, thanks to Final Fantasy and its new expansion. Nothing really big coming out of them. They definitely talked a lot about Final Fantasy XIV and how well it's doing. Um, and also the fact that character merchandise is doing very well as well for the old Square Enix. There was a little bit of Unity news here. Oh, Unity also had a earnings call as well. They're doing very well. 43%, stock rose 16%. The company's closing market evaluation was $27 billion. Yeah. Spoilers. Unity's fucking huge. Moving along with not earnings call news. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund has acquired minority stakes in Nexon and Capcom, worth about $1.2 billion. This is part of the large bet on gaming and comes at the same time as the ESL/Faceit merger, which happened, I believe, last week. Bloomberg has the news on that if you want to check it out. Sony is out there confirming that it's paying approximately $1.2 billion, part of the $3.6 billion total, for Bungie, to Bungie employees as a result of stocks and retention incentives. I saw the math on this. If it was to be equally distributed across all of the employees, it would be about $1 million per employee. I don't know if they discussed how it will be distributed. I'd be very surprised if it was equally distributed. Most likely it will be very heavily favoring the CEO and C-level executives, but $1.2 billion to employees, specifically to keep them around, to keep their talent on the team, is pretty big. It will be heavily favored, though, as you go down the corporate ladder, I would assume. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has said that he doesn't believe Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard will be blocked by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission over at IGN.com. We will see what happens with that. They're also talking about on Eurogamer.net how Activision Blizzard's active users has fallen and Square Enix is up, essentially saying Final Fantasy XIV good, World of Warcraft bad. A little late on that article, Eurogamer, but hey, it's a good message nonetheless. You should play Final Fantasy if you're not. Bandai Namco is developing a new in-house engine, and it is designed to withstand the development of large-scale games. They just made another new engine for Tales, so I guess they're spending a lot of money right now on engine development. In the world of NFTs, Konami stuck its head out. They state that they will continue to sell NFTs going forward. Quote, "We will also be selling NFTs in an effort to preserve content that has been loved by our customers as commemorative art." Okay. Whatever. Sure. Fine. We mentioned this in the Activision Blizzard financial results that Warcraft might be the next franchise that's headed to mobile. They are planning a substantial new content for the Warcraft franchise in 2022, including an all-new mobile Warcraft content into players' hands for the first time. I'm not sure what that would be. What if they straight up just allow World of Warcraft on mobiles? Be kind of crazy. I guess we'll see. Mobile do make a lot of money. Call of Duty did it. They did it with Hearthstone, I think. I think Hearthstone's on mobile. Obviously, Diablo is coming out soon on mobile. That's been beta tested for a while now. Warcraft makes sense as the likely next candidate. The Nintendo Twitter has announced that Pokemon Legends Arceus has passed 6.5 million players for the first week. Good God, that game is selling a lot. It's now the fastest selling Pokemon game on Switch. Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and whatever SP stands for, Shining Pearl, sold 6 million each in their first week. It's just behind Sun and Moon after 12 days in the market at 7.2 million sold. And it's also higher than Smash Ultimate in its first week, which was at 5 million. People love that Nintendo. They love that Pokemon. No one's surprised. Hazelight Studios announced that It Takes Two also just passed 5 million copies sold, which, if you really consider it, that means 10 million people played that game, which is pretty good for a co-op only game, and incredible considering the scope of that game. Huge round of applause to Hazelight on an incredible game. We finished that over the weekend. Deserving of Game of the Year. Very good game. Very good game. Derek Sy, who previously worked at Riot Games as a director over there on the League of Legends animated short films, is now the head of development for the Destiny Universe Transmedia. So maybe a Destiny movie, maybe some more Destiny content in between seasons. We'll really just have to see. Halo Infinite put out its roadmap, talked about Forge and co-op update that is scheduled for January, and that's all been delayed. Everything's being delayed, including Battlefield 2042's smaller updates, which feature, things like the scoreboard. That's delayed. PlayStation VR 2 website is officially live over at PlayStation.com. You can see their buzzwords, such as escape into worlds that feel truly real, as virtual reality gaming takes a huge generational leap forward. And possibly the biggest news of the day, at least as hardcore gamers are concerned, Rockstar has confirmed active development on the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, and that it's well underway. Quote, "We are looking forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready." Probably in a couple of years. They're currently releasing Grand Theft Auto 5 for next-gen consoles on March 15th. This features, of course, graphic modes up to 4K resolution, 60 FPS, texture draw and distant upgrades, HDR, ray tracing, yada, yada, yada. Everyone's very excited, though. Grand Theft Auto 6. It exists. In at least name, I suppose. Genshin Impact is launching 2.5 on February 16th, adding some new 5-star characters, including Yai Miko, new story quests for the Raiden Shogun, new exploration events, and more. This is purely in here for Darkeros, our moderator, and no one else. Absolutely no one else. Yoko Taro's Voice of Cards is already getting a sequel called Voice of Cards: The Forsaken Maiden. It'll be out on the 17th of February, if you do want to grab that. I had a bunch of people in chat say that the first game was quite good and came out about 6 months ago. So it seems like they are churning that content out. And it seems like it's very good. The music, always on point. Always on point. Dynasty Warriors 9 producer Akihiro Suzuki wishes to work on a Star Wars Musu game at some point in the future. As a non-Dynasty Warriors / Musu game fan, stay the fuck away. Or actually, you know what? Fuck it. Give me that. Let's see it. I want to see it. Just don't put it on the Switch. Put it on a platform that can actually handle more than like 10 things on screen at once. And I might check it out. Might be kind of fun. If you're a Jedi just beating the shit out of a bunch of droids or something like that. Be kind of fun. Ollie Ollie World had its embargo drop. Currently sitting at an 84 on OpenCritic with 36 critics as of recording. The Metacritic is at 85%. A bunch of people said it was very good. IGN gave it a 9, GameSpot a 9, Game Informer an 8. Eurogamer called it essential. Seems like it's going to be a very, very fun game that a lot of people should enjoy. Got a bunch of units sold for some popular franchises out there. Super Smash Brothers hit 69 million. Nice. In December. Mortal Kombat hit 75. Tekken and Street Fighter both at 53 and 47 million units respectively. Kind of crazy that Tekken outsold Street Fighter globally, like total annually, or not annually, but historically. That seems surprising to me. Dying Light 2 launched. It's currently sitting at 4 times the amount of players than the original game's all-time peak on Steam. Seems like a lot of people are already clamoring for Dying Light here in the beginning of February. congrats to all the devs out there over at Techland. Infinity Ward is out there obviously teasing that a new Call of Duty is coming soon. We'll see what happens with that. I'm sure we will hear more coming up later this summer around the E3 time. And Shinji Mikami is hoping that a Resident Evil 4 remake will make his story better. And a quote over at VG247.com with that news. A little bit of random news here from different parts of the industry. Phil Spencer will be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 25th annual DICE Awards coming up on February 24th. The award will be presented by Todd Howard. Good for Phil. Congratulations, Phil. You actually deserve it. Very good award to a very good person. In case you missed it, during yesterday's event, Ghostwire Tokyo will not be available on other consoles until at least March 25th, 2023. They also showcased a lot of what that game is in about a 20-minute video on the PlayStation Twitch channel. I believe that's up on YouTube if you want to check it out. Game looks kind of fun. Very pretty. We'll see if the actual gameplay translates to fun. As it seems like you really got to have a hands-on approach. Also looks kind of scary. Looks kind of fucking terrifying in a lot of ways. So, see what happens with that. For any Fortnite fans out there, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak are going to be joining, so you can play as them in whatever the hell that game is now. And in the last bit of news here, a little bit of a rumor. According to Business Insider, Google's planning to salvage its Stadia technology and is currently shipping it around the name Google Stream. Insiders claim that the actual consumer platform Stadia has been deprioritized. Some of these partners include Peloton. Their game Lane Break is apparently using the tech. Bungie, who's apparently interested in their own streaming platform. And AT&T, who used it to let customers stream Arkham Knight from their web browsers. Kind of random, but hey, Google's going to try to do something with Stadia. You guys remember when that was all the rage? When like people lost their shit over that? I remember. And that's it for the news. That's all we got here on this Friday. First week of February. We will be back next Monday with more trailers on Trailer Time and more news on JPNN as we get further into the craziness that is this month in video games. Next week, we got a bunch of big releases. We'll talk about those all on Monday. We hope to see you there for the show. Feel free to check us out on iTunes, Spotify, other podcast platforms, which you can download the audio version, or you can check us out on YouTube or join us live around 2 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Wednesday, Friday when we record the show. That is it, though. We will see you guys on Monday for another show. Have a good rest of your weekend. We're out of here. Bye-bye.